So I'm constantly asked, Ben, how do you make money selling mobile homes? So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 ways to make money selling mobile homes, and I think it might be helpful for you. If you're someone who's considering getting in the mobile home industry, or maybe you already kind of are in the mobile home industry, this will be helpful to kind of just simplify what we do here at Founding Fathers as a company to make money. So the number one way that we make money selling mobile homes is as a broker. In fact, that's how we started our business. When I first got in the business, I was seeing that most real estate agents didn't help people sell their mobile homes that were located in mobile home communities. So I said, hey, I'll fill that gap. And even though I wasn't going to charge as much money on the commission, I found it was so much easier to list and broker mobile home sales than it was real estate. So how much money can you actually make as a broker selling mobile homes? Well, for us on average, and I have to be careful, my attorney doesn't let me talk about this now that we own a franchise, but on average, you could expect to make around $6,500 on average for a mobile home listing. Now, if you are used to doing real estate, that might be not a lot of money to you, right? But I would say that in my experience, and I'm also a licensed real estate agent and I've done plenty of real estate transactions as well, I would say mobile homes are just so much simpler and easier in general. Let me give you an example. A lot of the mobile home listings that we did, the home was paid off, so there was no lien holder to be paid off. Secondly, a lot of times the home was being sold and bought with cash, so there was no lender, no appraiser, none of the underwriting things that you're waiting on generally. You just needed park approval, and then the deal was done in a much shorter period of time. So we're talking about transactions that were much faster, much easier than real estate. And yes, I might have made a little bit less, but in the time that it took to sell one real estate deal, I might have done 2, 3, 4 mobile home deals, and it was way less effort. So one of the ways to make money selling mobile homes is to be a broker. The second way to make money is to be a house flipper. And for many years, we were a listing company, and gradually we started buying, fixing, flipping, and realized, wow, there's a huge opportunity here where we can make significantly more money fixing, flipping, and selling these mobile homes. So that's what we started doing. We started investing in these homes. We'd buy them low, fix them up with way less effort than we would have to do with traditional real estate, and we were making some really good profit. So if you go to our website, mobilehomefranchise.com, we show on our website on average over several years how much money we were making per mobile home flip. Spoiler alert, we were making around $28,000 per mobile home flip and around 79% return on investment per mobile home flip. Now, if you're a house flipper, you might look at that and say, $28,000, you make more selling real estate. And that's true, but I would also point out these are much easier fix and flips than you're doing in real estate, and we're doing them sometimes much faster. Give you an example, when you're selling a mobile home for $50,000 or $75,000, do you think you have to do as much money in the renovation? Absolutely not. In fact, if you've seen our other videos where I show you actual projects, financials, and I show you the pictures of what the renovations look like, you can see we're not putting nearly as much money or effort into the renovation. So we're investing less capital in the renovation and we're buying the property for much less. And think about that. If we're only taking $60,000 and let's say you have $250,000 to invest, you could easily buy 4 of these properties at one time, diversify your risk, and make some really high return on investment on the same amount of capital it would take you to do one real estate transaction. So the third way to make money selling mobile homes is to become the lender. This is one of my favorite ways to establish cash flow. After years of being a landlord and knowing what the headaches that come with being a landlord, one of the things I appreciate about being a lender is, one, you're selling the property and you don't have to deal with any of the maintenance regarding keeping up with the property. So you sell the property with owner financing, the buyer gives you a sizable down payment, you put together an agreement that they're gonna pay you X amount for X amount of years with interest, and voila, you have a note that's making you cash flow without you having to lift a finger. Now, really think about that for a second. You purchased the property, you fixed it, you flipped it, and instead of cashing out on the flip, you owner finance the flip. So you made a profit on paper for flipping the property, and now you're making a profit on the interest on the loan that you did for the property. So you're double dipping on the profit. And again, you're not having to deal with any of the maintenance. So if the washer machine goes out or the water heater or the furnace or air conditioner, not your problem. Another great thing, less management. These people aren't coming and going like tenants. They own the property. So if you've done a good job of underwriting, picking the right borrower, getting a nice sizable down payment, do you think they're gonna stick around a little while? Absolutely. So the third way to make money is becoming the lender. And there are some technical things you need to do to make sure that you're doing this properly. You don't want to just create your own note. You do need a licensed mortgage loan originator to properly create the disclosures when you're doing your loan application and preparing your note. But that's all technical jargon that you can figure out. Just like you had to figure out when you were a landlord. You had to make sure you know all the rules regarding being a landlord and a tenant, all those rules. So third way, become the lender. Fourth way, become a dealer. Now this is something that our company does not do, but it is a way to make money selling mobile homes. Have you ever been driving down the road and you looked off to the side and you saw a bunch of mobile homes on the side of the highway or something? Those are usually mobile home dealers, and they kind of have a car dealership or an RV dealership or a boat dealership kind of business model. They have a lot, they put on the inventory on the lot, people come and walk around the lot, pick out the property, and then they pull it out and put it on their property. So usually the dealers working directly with the manufacturer of the mobile homes. So there's a manufacturer who's building these, and these dealers are kind of the middleman who's the retailer selling these to the client. They also do sell used homes, especially if they're doing like trade-ins or something like that. But essentially, it's kind of a retail car dealership business model. So if you're in the car dealership business, that might be something that appeals to you because it's kind of familiar to what you already do. The fifth way, which is essentially not getting involved in the business, is to become someone who's referring or wholesaling these deals. Occasionally, as real estate agents or investors, you're going to come across people who want to buy or sell a mobile home. And if you don't want to do it, I'd advise that you get a relationship with someone who does do it and send them the referral and get paid $500,000 for sending over, making a phone call, sending an email, some of the easiest money you'll make. So to summarize, 5 ways to make money. Number 1, do you remember? Being a broker. Number 2, being a house flipper. Number 3, being a lender. Number 4, being a dealer. Number 5, being a connector or someone who's referring. If you'd like to learn more about this, I've created a ton of information on our website on different ways to make money. I also created videos showing you actual deals that we flipped so you can see how much we're making. So if you'd like to see, go to our website. It's mobilehomefranchise.com. We have a section on there called Free Learning. It's a ton of free information to help you on your journey. If these videos are helpful, I'd love to hear from you too. Feel free to contact me. I always love to hear from people who are watching these videos. I'll see you on the next one.